It's you know what, and Wednesday that means we're back, guys. What's up? AEW Dynamite live reaction, March 8th, 2023. AEW Revolution Fallout, couple of big title matches. We are looking at a pretty solid card tonight. Should be fun to see how AEW bounces back after a phenomenal Revolution this past Sunday with a couple of the damnedest matches I've ever seen. Hangman Page and Jon Moxley off the hook, and arguably the greatest Iron Man match in history, at least the best one I've ever seen. It's subjective if you like it the best or not, but it's definitely up there. And MJF and Danielson proved, especially MJF, that they can hang on a stage like that with a talent like that and a match like that. Unreal, good stuff. Hopefully AEW will follow it up with a great night of wrestling tonight, since last week's Go Home was a little bit on the underwhelming side. Hopefully that will not be the case tonight. Hopefully you guys are having a great Wednesday. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. I'll shout out everybody in the chat here in just 1 second. I want to get TBS all up and running here as we are 1 minute away from Dynamite starting, less than 1 minute away, really, and we're good to go. Let me make sure I can be seen and heard. Was a little bit on the all right, we can be heard. All right, I'm good on the volume. All right, rock and roll. We look good over here. Nice. Good to see our channel members and family in the house, like Ruben, like Chaz, like Isaac. The Juliet is here. So is Victor Colon. Good to see you guys. Good question to Juliet about Wardlow and the TNT title situation, as he got his car broken into and the championship belt stolen, I think yesterday, on his way to Dynamite or whatever. I know they have several of these belts, so I'm sure they got a spare one laying around for him. But that sucks. It's the second time in AEW's history that they've lost a title belt. Chris Jericho lost the AEW title right after winning it for the first time. So it took them a while for him to get it back as well. So hopefully they find Wardlow's belt, because that is infuriating when your car gets broken into. Just, you wish you could catch the asshole doing it. You know, in Pulp Fiction, John Travolta, he goes, when he gets his car keyed, he goes, it would have been worth him doing it just to catch him doing it. So if you could catch somebody in the act of doing that, it would be the most glorious thing ever. I'm saying, I'm going to do to you what you did to my car. How about that? All right, Dynamite intro is begun. Looks like we're getting a little recap here of Revolution. Lots of new champions crowned, new TNT, new trios. And that Iron Man match was something special, man, that's for sure. Happy International Women's Day. I threw up a list of my favorite women in wrestling history up on the Twitters today. Who's going to open up the show here? Sacramento tonight. Makes sense since they were in San Fran. All right, here comes Jane. Here comes OC. And here comes an AEW All-Atlantic Championship match. OC's defending against who? Jay Lethal, right? Right on. Let me shout out everybody else here. JL, good to see you, my friend. Sex Machine makes two of us. Destiny Waugh, Grand Prix Fisherman. Hope you're having a good day too, my friend. Rodrigo, good to see you. Roderick in the house. Al Ramos didn't get you earlier. And Isaac, what's up, kayfabe brother? Hey, Greg, after that promo that Cena cut on Theory and Jay turning on Sammy, I'm even more hyped for WrestleMania. Last Monday's Raw was good. The Cena Theory stuff was good, and the Jay and Sammy stuff was just a cinematic masterpiece. Loved the ending of Raw. And apparently Vince was backstage sporting a porn stash. So we have a lot to get into on the podcast on Saturday, that's for sure. Lots to get into. Good to see Deshaun Robinson, Tyler Helton, Titanium Titan, Michael Kumo, Roderick. Did I get you already? Probably did. Nice. Thanks for being here, everybody. Tonight should be a little bit more fun than that last week, I think. You know what to do. That thumbs up button should be smashed. That subscribe button should be mashed if you haven't mashed it already. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Been taking in a lot lately in the past few weeks. All 2023 has been fantastic for growth on the channel. So thank you to everybody who has been with us and who is just joining us. What is Lethal got? He's got like a dildo. What is that thing? They're not going to let anybody. Pat Buck's got the slew of referees out there to stop. It looks like Sonjay Jarrett, and Lethal's trying to come down there with like a Ted DiBiase WrestleMania 4 posse. Just give me Andre the Giant and Virgil and Bobby Heenan and whoever else. Wow, this match happened in August. I forgot. Has Cassidy been champ that whole time? When did the All Atlantic title? When did he beat Pac for that? It's been champ longer than I thought. Good to see you, Clyde. What's up, man? What? What the hell? Did you hear that? I think the announcer's audio had gone over the loudspeakers. Jay Lethal's looking up like, what the fuck? Oh, I love that. I love that. See, sometimes technical difficulties can be cool. You know, I did not watch it, but I did see the news of what happened at Roadblock. And it looks like that teasing of Waller and Shawn Michaels is leading to Johnny Gargano coming back since Waller knocked out Gargano when he left NXT. So we're going to get the payoff there. That's cool. A lot of people thought Shawn was getting back in the ring. Happy to see that's not the case. And Dragon Lee showed his face on NXT last night as well, who's going to be probably a big deal in WWE once he gets cooking. I'm not really feeling any sort of potential title change here, but then again, we're in a really tough position, I feel like, with what will likely be the main event later with Will Hobbs and Wardlow, because I'm literally, and many of you might be too, in a position of not wanting to watch either guy lose, not thinking either guy should lose, and also not thinking the other guy should beat the other. I'm not beating Wardlow 3 days after he wins a championship, and Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, could use something like this. This could really get him on the map winning the TNT title. That belt would look great on him. He's so jacked. I mean, if they can make it good, I wouldn't mind seeing like a really good 3-month program between Hobbs and Wardlow. I just think based on their size and their positions on the card, they're just natural rivals. They got a lot of that RVD and Jericho, type of level on the roster where they're both probably vying for that same spot. Triple H and Rock, another good example of that. All right, Lethal is really stalling as Cassidy's going to chase him around, as I have not taken a bite out of my juicy little edible yet. Yes, I did catch what happened to Wardlow's car. He got his title belt stolen. That's the second championship AEW he's had stolen from automobiles. What I want to know, is it just some random asshole who's breaking into a car? Or is it somebody watching Wardlow and sees that it's him? Like, if you're just some regular old car thief and you're going to break into a car because you see a bag in the back seat, that's generally why they break into your car. So put your shit in the trunk. He grabs that bag and finds a TNT title in there. He's like, holy shit, what have I done? Ooh. May 31st, San Diego. AEW Dynamite. That's probably the Wednesday after Double or Nothing. Oh, shit. I was already planning on making the trip for Double or Nothing, and now I'm going to have to be at Dynamite as well. Oh, the last year I went to Double or Nothing, I got COVID. And I wouldn't have been able to go to Dynamite even if I wanted to. So if I go this year, hopefully I will not get sick again. Cool. Excalibur just announcing a San Diego date. Viejas Arena, May 31st. Sweet. That makes me very happy. I will be there. Are they saying Lethal sucks? I can't. What happened to Roxanne Perez? I did see the photo of her in the stretcher. I just assumed it was an angle. She's not really hurt, is she? Population. I'm under the assumption that Wardlow's car being broken into was not a work, but hell, maybe it was. I don't think so, though. Jay Lethal with the strut. I was going to ram his knee. I was like, he's going to knee break or ram his knee into the post. Jeez. We're going to go pitcher and pitcher here. Yeah, I can't really see Lethal winning this match, but they did make the match, so I guess you never know. Opening match, though, Dynamite, not feeling it. Oh, nice, Clyde. You're getting a Raw in Little Rock on April 17th. Ooh, that's just a couple weeks after Mania, so we do some good pay-per-view build there. Will you see Cody as the champion or not? Will the Winged Eagle title be in that building that night? Who knows? You might see it, Clyde. You might. How are you, K-Dog Skeno? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, okay. So it was just an angle. She collapsed after retaining her title. Sounds like Sean's doing a lot of callbacks. Sounds like he's got full pencil there, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Never really thought of Sean as like a creative guy. Is he the brains behind Schism or whatever is going on there? Some weird shit. I would trust Sean to coach. I would trust Sean to mentor. I would trust Sean to do a lot behind the scenes. I don't know if I trust him to be in full control of any creative. Nothing against him at all. I just think that maybe there's better minds for that. I was seeing, I guess nowadays they have the things you can basically put them on your hand, and it looks like I don't know, maybe like a beer cap or something like that. And it kind of protrudes out, and so I guess they can just kind of put their hands and just push on those windows, and it just shatters them with these little apparatuses. So it's not like they're taking a brick and throwing it through the car. They're very quick with it. It's like take it and run. I work in a really ritzy, hoity-toity area of San Diego, and we get cars broken into all the time in our alley where these, where rich people live and stuff. But man, people get you anywhere. It does not matter. We've had a few employees who park in completely safe places, go out to the car, and their windows are shattered because they had a backpack in the back seat. Like, hide your shit. Because nobody's going around just breaking car windows for no reason, unless you're just a jerk off little kid or something. So at least do your part. Keep stuff out of your back seat, especially valuables. I don't keep anything in my back seat at all. And I tint my windows, so it's very hard to see. Michael, not saying all AEW fans are car thieves, by the way. That's good. Although I'm an AEW fan, and I seem to have a lot of knowledge about how to push those windows in. So maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm a complete hooligan behind the scenes. Once the stream goes off, Greg hits the streets and commits crimes. You never know. Could be living a double life. Out there crime committing. Pockets needs to lose because Jay is way better, huh? Well, Pockets makes AEW a shitload of money, a hell of a lot more than AEW. That dude is a merch pusher, a ratings pusher. Check out the YouTube views. His videos have gotten some of the highest rated videos ever in AEW are all Orange Cassidy videos. The dude is over like Rover. And to be a hater is just to be a hater. You're watching fake fighting. Somebody putting their hands in the pockets should not bother you at all. Kane lit a referee on fire with a lightning bolt. So let's not pretend that pockets are a problem. Come on, Cassidy. You've had a rough weekend, man. Last week he wrestled twice, right? And was victorious twice. He might be ripe, to be honest. I do like Jay Lethal. Nothing against Lethal. But I don't want Cassidy to come out to the ring with an empty JanSport. What fun is that? Nice. K-Dog, congrats. Fantastic. Found out that my yearly manager bonus is nearly $3K. Maybe donating for a video. Do not. You keep that money. Put it towards something useful. That's awesome. Bonuses are the best. Bonuses are the best. Barter banned. Nice. Oh. Yeah, that DDT, it didn't look like Lethal sold it at all. There, he sold that one. Holy shit. Oh, I guess Lethal countered it. That's why. That's why he didn't sell it. He countered it. Yeah, a heel should call him pockets, but then Cassidy could be like, so what are you saying? A guy with his hands in the pockets could kick your ass? Because I beat you. Hmm. How does Cassidy even submit? Like, if he wants to give up, does he just be like, okay, you can ring the bell now? He's almost there. One finger. Come on, Cassidy. Deshaun Robinson, you have taught me something. I had no idea that Backlash is in Puerto Rico. No idea whatsoever. That's crazy, son. By the way, thanks for that $2, Deshaun. Appreciate that. Dax Harwood hinting at an FTR appearance tonight on Dynamite. I would think that that's a guarantee. They returned on Revolution, and apparently they've re-signed long-term deals with the company, which is awesome. I would expect to see them tonight. I hope they're on the show anyway. Oh. Although I don't think they were advertised though. Cassidy's rolling now. Feel like we're getting close. Lethal Combat. What is that move? Is that's End of Days? Double knees. Yeah, brought the knee up, but he's got a bad knee. Oh, nice cutter. Oh, I feel like that could be it. Nope, he'll kick out. Cassidy kicks out after a cutter. Pretty good an All Atlantic title match here to open the show. Oh. Well, Ben Espinoza, you taught me something too, because I didn't even know New Year's Resolution 2005 or New Year's Revolution 2005 was in Puerto Rico. Didn't even know that or remember it. I thought the first one was in like the one where Edge won the title. That wasn't the first New Year's Revolution. There was one before that. Huh? I'm starting to forget stuff. Oh, I thought Lethal botched that. He didn't. He's just selling the shoulder. Boom, orange punch. Down goes Lethal. Lethal went for his whatever that springboard thing is, but his shoulder gave way and he just crumpled. Cassidy countered with an orange punch and retains. Much to the chagrin of people who like to pretend that wrestling needs to be serious, which they don't really believe. They just say it when it pertains to Cassidy. Oh, the lethal injection. That's what he called it. Still champ. Yeah, I thought the Edge cash-in was 2006, but wasn't that the first New Year's Revolution, or did they do one the year before? Oh my God, I don't remember that, Ben. Crazy. So they had one before with Triple H winning the vacant world title in 04? At the end of 04, it was vacant? Why was it vacant? I don't even know what's going on. I don't know. I feel like somebody's coming behind him. Look out. Yeah. There's too much stalling in the ring. I'm like, somebody's coming. Who the hell was champion in the end of 04 that would make the title vacant? I don't remember. Oh, and he bashed the guitar over the injured knee of Orange Cassidy. That's kind of cool. This is setting up a Jarrett and Orange Cassidy match. Yet another veteran set up to put over this guy that nobody likes. So explain to me why Jim Cornette is right about Orange Cassidy, but Jeff Jarrett, Chris Jericho, any other veteran that has said positive things or worked with Orange Cassidy or put him over, why are they all wrong, but Cornette's right? Like, I'd legitimately like to know. You don't have an answer. There's plenty of people in the business with just as much experience, just as much knowledge as Jim Cornette that has no issue whatsoever with Orange Cassidy's wrestling style, with his ability, with AEW's use of him, or with working with him and putting him over. So what about their arguments is wrong? Oh, I didn't know Wardlow took a video of the whole thing. Holy shit. Well, maybe this is an angle. I mean, would they really be showing all this? I don't know. Maybe they would. Hey, we love Renee. Nene. Will Hobbs called her Nene. Let's make that her name. Your life is in shambles. Are they talking about losing the title, or are they just talking about losing his gear? That way he can still come out with a belt? I'm curious. I mean, I'm sure they're totally cool, but I'm curious, like Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs backstage relationship. I mean, they are competing for a similar spot on the roster, and I'm just curious how that's going to work. That rivalries are good, competition is good, brings out the best in the matches. So hopefully, that's why I thought that maybe tonight could begin some Wardlow and Hobbs like program that could culminate at Double or Nothing or something. I'd be perfectly into that. You guys can use each other, elevate each other. A local indie wrestler told you that Cassidy insults him what he does, and he legit wrestles in front of less than 100 people. I'm like, well, that's just jealousy talking there. Or it's somebody taking shit way too seriously or just not understanding. To have that like closed off mentality is not going to do you any favors in life or in business. Well, let's see what Ricky Starks has to say. Maybe he's moving on from Jericho, hopefully. Was he advertised for an appearance? Yeah, he was. Yeah, that match opened up Revolution. Jericho and Starkies. Nate Bergen, good to see you, man. Yeah, Kate Alexander. I have somehow had that 2005 Elimination Chamber match deleted from my memory. I don't even know who was in it or why the title was vacated. I have no memory. No memory of it. Yeah, what are you going to do, Ricky? I'm curious too. Ooh, who's coming out here? Oh, it's Juice. Juice from behind. Juice Robinson, huh? That's interesting. Ooh, nice spike. I don't know what Juice calls that move, but it was awesome. Richard, is that for real? Because that sounds like something that could be funny or could be a joke. Sky Blue injured herself using TikTok at AEW tonight. That's funny, kind of, as long as she's okay. Just reading up. There we go. I'm back. There we go. March Madness coming. Yeah, said the other week, maybe a couple streams ago. I don't think I've filled out a bracket since like 2007 or 6. I'm one of the few people in the country that gives zero fucks about college basketball. I don't know why I don't like it because I love the NBA, but I just don't give a rat's ass which one of these schools wins. Yeah, Queasy, that could be right, man. After the victory of Adam Page beating, arguably the most dominant guy in AEW over the past couple of years, seems like he would be in line to face MJF. Imagine getting that title back on Page and then CM Punk comes back or something. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, thanks, Kevin. So the world title was vacated in December 04 after a controversial double pin during a triple threat between Edge, Triple H, and Benoit. I guess that vaguely rings a bell now, but yeah, my memory is only super sharp until about through 02. 03, it starts getting fuzzier. 04, fuzzier than that. 05, 6, 7, I have a general knowledge of, but anything 2008 to present day, all a blur. It all just mixes together, and I can't differentiate. That younger brain of mine retained a lot of shit. Trying to center up my. Build on your progress. All right, we are cool. Still trying to get the new computer fully dialed in and configured. I really apologize for last weekend. The Winged Eagle podcast had some shitty audio feedback. I wasn't totally happy with how Saturday or Sunday's watch along looked, but we're getting there and trying to get it all nice. And I even had a nice mic drop edited, all ready to go to throw up on the channel, but I can't get it to render because the old video editing software isn't cooperating with the new machine. So I'm still working on everything, but we're getting there. Wardlow with the FTR shirt. Oh, so Wardlow has no clothes at all. He had to come to the arena naked. Okay. I like this. Excellent idea. See, a reason I like that is because what I was saying earlier, we basically opened up the stream here tonight with me saying we're in a really weird spot with the Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs match because I don't really want to see either guy lose in this situation. I'm really ready to see Hobbs get to that next level, but I'm not taking the belt off of somebody like Wardlow 3 days after he wins it. So with Wardlow now adding the false count anywhere stipulation, you're in a position now where you can just book something to where you can belt up Hobbs, but protect Wardlow at the same time if you have interference or, some really crazy circumstance of cheating or foreign object or something like that, knocking Wardlow out. Plus, it will continue to tie in and add to his bad luck that he's been going through. As he detailed with Renee, he's undergone a lot of loss lately. So you add one here, Get an next Ruby, who's in the ring now. Transferring heat. Yes, we caught that. Dynamite's going to be in San Diego after Double or Nothing. I will likely be at both shows. We were thrilled. Yeah, Chris Statlander, shout out. Where are you? Come back. So she's mad losing all these hunters. Right on, Nate. Yeah, please do. So Ruby's basically bitching about the homegrowners. Fat, neck, bearded, mouth breathing trolls. She ain't talking to us. She's talking to them. We have regular beards. You get tied to little shits in the back. Here comes Sky Blue. It's probably a really good opponent, really, because Sky Blue, we like her. Fans like her. She's had a couple of good outings. She's a lot like Willow, where she just tends to have like a lot of fan support. So Ruby's a new heel, and Ruby should just fuck her up real bad here. This is perfect. Get her some heel heat. Yeah, you just shaved today, Zach. Like, I don't be walking around just with a beard on my neck. Like, who does that? Even really, really dumb people don't do that. Yeah, Sky looks a little. Yeah, Sky is trying to play like the loopy vibe here, but the way she sold that Inseguri, she sold it backwards. Like she got kicked in the back of the head and then she fell backwards. I know it's minor, it's super fundamental, and it's day one wrestling school stuff, but Sky Blue hits the ropes well. She does it well. Like she knows how to do that. I mean, you should know how to do it if you're going to be on cable TV, but I'm just saying. Yeah, Andy, Jade is 50-0. I pitched on the watch along on Sunday night when we were watching Revolution, and I pitched it on Twitter too, is that now that Jamie Hayter is starting to get over as who she is, and she's kind of an ass kicker, and she's the world champion right now, you should put her on a run and have Jade continue to go undefeated, and then have Hayter continue to mow down people until like All Out, and then you book Jamie Hayter versus Jade Cargill, title for title, in the main event of All Out. The main event, women main event, because women haven't main evented a pay-per-view yet, right? So that would be a perfect place to do it. And you could book it Hogan Warrior style, because these women have never faced each other before. They're both champions. They're both believable. They're both heavily, heavily pushed. They haven't shown very much weakness at all. It's really the best irresistible force versus movable object match you really currently have available to you in AEW. So I would do that. And then maybe Hayter goes over. Or maybe Cargill goes over. One or the other. Either way, it's going to be huge for either woman. And if you need to pick somebody to end Jade's streak, I got no problem with Hayter doing it. Rodrigo, I'm going to put up a poll tonight, like really soon, about WrestleMania. We have to do WrestleMania watch along this Sunday. I was thinking 15, 16 15 or 16, or maybe 14, 15, or 16. Put up a poll for those three. 22 and 20, they would both be fun. I could throw those on the poll as well. Or 16, 20, and 22. Got to decide. I haven't decided yet. That's going to be happening soon, though. I'll have something up to you guys either tonight or tomorrow regarding that on the channel. Link will be ready. You don't think Cargill is anywhere near ready for that spotlight? Why not? Why? She's had some good matches. She's 50-0. She's had some experience now. Does she have that much more experience than I'm sorry, does she have that little experience? Like, how much more experience does Hayter have than her? I'm sure it's some, but is it really a ton? And hell, by the time you get to All Out, that's still another 4 months away. That's still a bunch more matches, bunch more ring time. I think there would be no reason for her not to be ready for that spotlight. Warrior and Hogan were not ring generals. They were limited a lot in what they could do. So you book your match accordingly. You can do the same thing with Jade and Cargill. They might not be able to do what MJF and Danielson did, but you can still, especially putting over Hayter, you can still make a dramatic moment, dramatic match. We just watched WrestleMania 3 last week, and we watched Hulk Hogan wrestle a tree that couldn't move. And it was still the most memorable match in history. So I think Jade is more than ready for that spotlight. And she can handle it. Oh. But it all depends on how you book it. I mean, honestly, I didn't think the Becky Lynch Ronda Charlotte match was very good as the main event of WrestleMania 35. I mean, it was good. They all worked hard, but it certainly wasn't a masterpiece by any means. And Ronda, at the time, had less experience than Jade Cargill did. So she was just a year in when that match happened. Ooh. I don't know why I'm sticking up for Jade. She blocked me on Twitter, but I see Jade's limitations, but I also see her improvements that she's made. And she has made some. Now, Sky going way up top. She's giving Ruby a competitive match here. Careful. Nice high cross. Well, I don't know what she was going for there. Maybe a destroyer of some kind. Oh, code blue. I get it. And Ruby wins, as she should. There very well could be people in AEW, too, who maybe would think that, oh, maybe Jade or Hayter or both isn't ready for that main event spotlight. So fine, you just book that match on All Out. I just think it would be an opportunity if you ever wanted to do a women's main event. That's one that I think would capture the interest of a lot of people, just because of the dominant nature of both. Okay, here comes the spray paint women. But there may be people in AEW that feel the same way. Who said that? Whoever said that does. So, Ruben, I think it was you. You might not be alone. I just think that she is ready. I just don't know. The green is such a weird choice because it doesn't show up very well. Oh, right on the chest of Sky Blue. Oh, here comes Willow. Don't like that both companies do it. Pisses me off. There are certain situations where theme music for run-ins aren't necessary, and that's one of them. Why would you have Willow's theme song queued up there? And if Willow is back there telling them to hit her music before she comes out, that means her friend is getting her ass kicked while she gets her music ready. Either way, it's just stupid. All right, so now they've got both of them. Willow and Sky Blue are down. Ruby, Saraya, and Tony I don't know if we're going to get a third person coming out. I don't think so. I don't know what they're even spray painting. Are they supposed to be writing something? Like, at least with the NWO, it was black, so you could read it. But this green shit. All right. Oh, Renee's going to interview Hangman, huh? That's interesting. Do you know what you did to my husband? Yeah, look at. I knew he had a black eye. Remember during the watch along? I was like, it looks like he got hit in the eye. There's the fork Gabs up there. Ooh. God, look at the. Jesus. That was nice. That was nice of Hangman. It's like, look, I owe you an apology, Renee. Sorry. That was cool. That Hangman's such a nice guy. How can you not like Hangman Page? I mean, think of the money that a Hangman Page and CM Punk Texas Death Match would do. I'd be into it. Because you'd wonder if there's going to be a few live ones in there. And I don't think for a second it's a given that CM Punk would beat him in a fight. Not at all. Pretty sure one of us has a pretty good chance to beat CM Punk in a real fight. I think I could definitely get a shot in before he submits me. Yo, Raph, man, everything good between you and the girlfriend? Yeah, we're okay. Things are still good despite the fact she's got this really odd condition. She has wooden legs but real feet. It's really weird, and it does cause a problem, but we get around it, and I love her anyway, you know. So things are good between us. She's going to WrestleMania with me. It'll be a blast. Oh, that's good to know, Grand Prix Fisherman. You've been out of wrestling for a while, so you're seeing a lot of new faces. Yeah, I got to wonder, like, from the perspective of somebody who, like, kind of knows about wrestling, used to watch it, but maybe hasn't watched it in a while, coming back to it after all these years. I'd be right there with you if it wasn't for YouTube. I definitely would have checked out or lost interest years ago. But YouTube has kind of kept me into it. It's kind of my job now. But I definitely would probably be more like you now. Hardcore fan when I was younger, and now I'd probably just more eyeball it. The years of about 2006 through 2012 were kind of like that for me. I was eyeballing it, and then got sucked back in. Oh, just my shoe. He's just gonna tie a shoe, man. Yeah, Kyle Day. I love that idea, and I love Kyle saying that Danielson has said that Jade Gargill has expressed to him that she would like to wrestle in Japan a little bit, get more reps, and see the different styles over there. And that's great. The very fact that Jade has that ambition, and she's like, I want to go over there and like learn how to hit like them girls, and put me in there with some of them, and seeing that style, studying that style, just going to events there and just spending time there would definitely help her in the ring, and it would give her a form of training that you're just not really seeing now, especially if you sign on really young with the WWE. you're going to be their way, their system, and that's it. You're not going to have a chance to do a lot of that other stuff. So Jade didn't really spend a ton of time on the indie circuit, I don't believe, because none of us had ever seen her before. So that is an excellent idea. And she gets to be in the backstage area and have conversations with a guy like Danielson. That right there is an education. Yeah, we didn't really talk about how significant the actual tap out was. We were talking more about the oxygen tank shot to the face. But it was pretty significant that Danielson actually gave up in that match. William Bender, nice, man. You can be in Vegas. Yeah, plan to go to Double or Nothing. Not looking forward to spending the money since I'm going to WrestleMania, but I'd be bummed out if I didn't go. So we'll probably be going. Yeah, MJF had a lot to say after that Iron Man match. Between all that right there, they did the scrum, eating pickles. I'm starting to think CM Punk's coming back. They're starting to make it feel obvious. FTR is back. Right on. All right, here comes FTR. Excited to hear what they have to say. Terry Allen, appreciate the $2, dude. Tomorrow, buying 2014 Nissan Rogue Select. That's awesome. I know you were kind of filling us in last time on your car shopping. It's always fun getting a new whip, man. Congrats to you. Especially if you're doing a major upgrade. I think you said you had that old 2000 Camry, which I'm familiar with those cars. We bought a 2000 Camry, I think in 2002. We bought one used and drove it until about 2010. They're great cars, man. They last, but you still need an upgrade. That's old. So that is going to be very nice. Enjoy the new bells and whistles and enjoy that smell, Terry. Yeah, Dax, he got opened up. Little clarification on their merch. I went on shop and looked at it. I think Dax is wearing. I think it says "Live in Color." So there are just hints sprinkled about the AEW landscape, and just listen to the fans to see them back. I don't know if we got any confirmation about these new deals that were signed, but oh no, Dax is not wearing it. Hmm. Jesus Christ. I was about to say, who's he talking about? And then, of course, I remember. They should have FTR like squash the Guns and win the titles in like 5 seconds. Okay. Chaz, you bought a 2016 Honda HRV. Nice. I'm a Honda man myself. I got a 2022 Civic Hatch. Love Hondas. Team Honda. And also, Terry, I've driven 2 Nissans in my life as well. So. Fans are happy to see them. That dog collar match was just ridiculous. I can like envision, I can just, FTR would be so good in Crockett. Just fit right in with that vibe. Top guys out. Fokker out. All right, Jade. Hello, Jade. How you doing? We were just talking about you. You're from Canada, aren't you? Whack ass Canadian. So who's going to be the Canadian to step up? She said the best Canadian is probably Trish. Who's a free agent right now from Canada? Who's it going to be? Who's it gonna be? Okay. Here comes JAS. Trios tag. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, it's AR Fox and Top Flight and JAS. Okay, this will be good. Do I think Becky is disappointed in being thrown into a 6-woman tag at Mania? Probably not, because it's a feature match. Like, it's not like any old 6-woman tag. If she was in there with 5 other women that are just regular roster members, if it was her and Piper Niven and Nikki Cross against Carmella and Chelsea and some other asshole, then yeah. But she's in there with Lita and Trish. She made history winning a tag team title with one of her idols. I don't think Becky's got that much to bitch about right now. Becky is treated very well in the company. And she's also married to somebody who's also treated very well in the company. Becky should never complain about anything going on with her in the company. Except for maybe Charlotte. She has a right to not like Charlotte. Elizabeth and I watched China, the A&E doc on China, and we watched the rivalries on Cena and Rock. Both were good. China again, it was just hard to watch because a lot of what you're gonna see. But I don't know who the next one is. Well, this should be crazy athletic. I mean, even 24 years ago, Jericho, even 1998 Jericho would be in the ring with these guys being like, holy shit. These guys are good at flipping. Yeah, Jade would be great in the Hurt Business if she was in WWE. Well, the Hurt Business didn't last very long. Put her in a faction that actually lasts. Jade would be great in Judgment Day, but Rhea is already there. But a faction like that with a little more mileage. That's right. Just Ring of a Supercard of Honor is the 31st in LA. So much to do. I'm looking at the WrestleCon stuff. I think I'm going to go to WrestleCon. Hadn't made any alternative any other WrestleMania plans yet, other than going to the show itself. And going to the convention would be a good chance to meet all of you guys and stuff. So I don't think I'm quite popular enough on YouTube to get a table. I mean, I could get a table there and hang out there, but I don't think I'll be able to push any merch out or nothing. So that's stupid. So I think I'm just going to go walk around, hang out, and be able to meet as many of you as possible there or at WrestleMania, and maybe even a meetup before one of the shows at some place as well. So going to look into that tonight and probably get some tickets bought for WrestleCon. Looking forward to it. But I don't think I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame Friday night or SmackDown. I mean, we could, but I don't know. Sammy breakdancing. When I first started like learning what wrestling was as a little tiny kid, breakdancing was really in. And the people that basically introduced me to wrestling, the sons, they were like cousins of mine, breakdanced all the time. And I remember they used to have like flattened out cardboard boxes in the same bedroom with all the wrestling magazines and shit. And they would like wear windbreakers and practice spinning around, like doing spinaroonies and shit. It's so weird. I was only 5, so I didn't understand what was going on, but I just always remember that. Little Greg was in some weird environments as a kid. Luckily, I turned out okay. Jeez. I missed Dante while he was out. I don't know how long he was injured. It felt like a while, though. I just missed his gliding ability. Oh, yeah. You think we're going to get any Night After Mania debuts? I'm not going to get my hopes up anymore because even with Triple H in charge, I don't trust the Night After WrestleManias to be any good. They have just completely lost any feeling of importance to me because they used to be so great and now they're just whatever. But maybe you bring in a Jay White like Clyde's suggesting, or oh yeah, he could debut Clyde. If he debuts the Night After Mania, he'll be there for Little Rock. That would be awesome. Zack Ryder coming back Night After Mania. I'd be into that as well. And if they're going to do any NXT call-ups, I mean, at some point you're going to have to bring up Braun Breaker, maybe Grayson Waller too. But I feel like Grayson is going to be the next NXT champion after Braun Breaker, so I feel like Breaker will have to be the guy. But he's still the champ, right? So I don't know what you do. Maybe you bring up Toxic I guess there is no Toxic Attraction. Maybe you bring up Gigi. She got a pretty good promo last week or that 1 week recently, right? She used to be so tiny, remember? Priscilla Kelly? I'm actually happy for her, bro, because it's probably much easier to work with without being so small. I've always thought that, like some of the bumps, some of the smaller wrestlers, the men and the women have to take, and I'm like, God, it's got to be a little extra painful on their joints and their bones. A little extra helps. I think Mayor Kane is a shithead, but he was one of my favorites as well. He should be. It's not an unpopular opinion at all. Kane was a lot of people's favorites, and he could have good matches. Kane was a stud. I was a big fan of Kane. I always had his back. Always sung his praises from his WWE days. I always thought he was just such a good big man. Even before he got over, he was better than both Sid and Kevin Nash. You know, before he even became Kane, he had more. He had the same size but better ability than both of them. It's probably the closest in athleticism that the WWE had to the Undertaker. Yet he had no gimmicks that were sticking because Isaac Yankem and fake Diesel were stupid. And plus, wrestling Diesel, you're limiting yourself because this is a man capable of doing top rope clotheslines and things like that. And Diesel never did any of that. So now you're just limiting him to doing that. Luckily, Diesel didn't last. But once he became Kane, he was able to be the monster. He was the man. You know, Spectre, I love that super chat idea a lot. I'm almost thinking you're selling them short, and why can't we have our cake and eat it too? So Spectre says, thank you for the $5. I'm hoping that Guns beat FTR and we get FTR and Mark Briscoe in the trios division. And that would be awesome for all three guys and make a new top face trio. Imagine if they won the titles, how great that would be. I think it would be cool if FTR did beat the Guns and they were the tag team champions, and then they just do some segment on TV where it comes like it's impromptu or something, where House of Black is fucking with Mark Briscoe, and the only people around just happen to be FTR, who are the current tag team champions. They come and save them, and you get a big pull apart, and then you set up the tags. And since FTR has already held multiple titles together before, they could win the tag team titles with Mark Briscoe, and they could be AEW tag and trios champions. Probably would be the only team to ever accomplish that. Mark Briscoe could essentially be a trios champion, and I guess technically he's still one half of the Ring of Honor tag team champions. I don't think they've officially started a tournament for those titles yet, have they? So he could have all the belts there too, and it could be this big, wonderful thing for Jay. Maybe one final nice tribute to him. Could work. Yeah, you're probably right, Clyde. I don't know why we're calling him Mayor Kane. I'd call him Mayor Yankum. What's up, Mayor Yankum? Mayor Big Daddy Cool. That makes a lot of sense. Kane might have been better, maybe from an athletic or in-ring perspective than Kevin Nash. But Kevin Nash was way hotter. If I'm a woman, I'm going with Big Sexy. Kane isn't exactly a pretty boy. He ain't no Matthew McConaughey. That's for sure. So many kicks. Everybody's getting kicked in the face. I have no idea who's legal. Maybe Jericho and AR Fox. Nope. Implosion sent on. You get the Walls of Jericho and Darius. Darius Martin, isn't he the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish? Oh, I only want to be with you. Darius loses to the Judas Effect. Jericho gets the pin. All these guys flipping and running and kicking. Jericho slides in and wins. I don't know, Michael. Appreciate the 2 from you. Thanks for that super chat. If Brian Cage goes to WWE, apparently he does want to shop free agency. I kind of always thought that he wouldn't go to WWE. Who doesn't like him? Pritchard or something? I don't know what you would do with Brian Cage over there. I just worry that I would say he's better off in AEW, but it's not like they're using him a whole lot either. If Brian Cage came in, I feel like he would immediately be paired with someone, whether as a heater or a bodyguard or an associate or something like that. That would be the way to introduce someone like him. Bring him in to back up somebody that maybe he already has history with from previous promotions, something that will at least make a little sense. Triple H would probably be into that. Maybe he could come in. And then branch him off. Like bring him in like you know how you got Wardlow over. Just same thing. Do the same thing. Society. Good, the trios. I was about to say, get House of Black out here or something. House of Black ain't going to be sweating these boys. I'm going to tell you that. Jake Hager, have you ever tried something? It's really delicious. Have you ever tried it? It's called a black mass. It's delicious. Little mustard right on that Marjorie Taylor Greene Twitter following ass of yours. I don't know what he screamed into the microphone, something intelligible. They're declaring themselves the number 1 contenders. Okay. I'm pretty sure the House of Black could kick all of your asses. You don't even need to send 2 other guys away. Just all 6 of you can fight them. Pretty sure Brody King could take out the little ones by himself. And then Buddy and Alistair or Malachi would take care of Jericho and Hager. House of Black is going to be here. Lights are out. Oh, psych. It's the Elite still together. Maybe we're going to have to get this first. Yeah, maybe they're not ready to let go of it yet. It's not like that was any. I saw some people talking about the Elite got buried. What the fuck is wrong with you? It was a highly competitive 20-minute match, back and forth, over and over. Teams beat the hell out of each other. Buried. Here comes Don Callis. Oh, Callis, who's got a lot of history with Jericho. All right. Don Callis looks like he smells like roast beef. Or maybe prime rib. Second best wrestler from Winnipeg. Both men are pretty good. Kenny's more athletic. Oh, no. Bring your stupid friends. Oh, now I was about to say the lights should go out again. You can't, can you do, I'm getting confused, but can you do a 3-way trios match? And the Wave match? Oh. Next week, if you want these. And there they are. Oh, shit. How'd they get out there so fast? Come get them. Julia Hart, props to her, man. She ate like a V-trigger at the pay-per-view. Poor kid. There's 19 people in this segment. Oh, lights out again. Who's it going to be now? Mayor Kane. Oh, they're probably just going to be gone when the lights come up, right? And they're gone. They're looking around. Where'd they go? It's like the Undertaker, Royal Rumble. He just levitated. So I don't know who gets the match. Is it JAS next week in Winnipeg? I guess so. Yeah, JAS is going to face House of Black next week for the Trios title, and JAS is going to lose. Likely because of something to do with the Bucks and Kenny. Man, they're in Winnipeg too, isn't it? Well, I guess it's March. Shit, it's March. It's like, is there still 19 feet of snow on the ground up there? I mean, hell, we changed the clocks on Saturday, I think, right? That's awesome. It's about time. Get into spring. Oh. Next week marks the 5th and final defense of the AEW All-Atlantic Championship on international soil. It is the only AEW championship ever to change hands on international soil. And next week, in partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery, to support the release of Shazam! Fury of the Gods next week in Winnipeg, it will be Orange Cassidy, Double J, Jeff Jarrett for the AEW International Championship. Next week in Winnipeg, we will level up the championship. It will be a huge match, a huge milestone for AEW, and all of us are so excited about the release of Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and we can't wait. Tony, I love you. You're so delightfully weird. Level it up. Okay, so it's some co-promotion with some stupid fucking movie, Shazam. And so next week it's going to be Cassidy and Jeff Jarrett for the All-Atlantic title. But since it's in Canada and it's on international soil, they're rebranding the championship to the AEW International Championship. If I have that right. Orange Cassidy is also going to be known as Grapefruit Cassidy. I think that was the gist of Tony Khan's announcement. But the very fact that he was making that announcement was like, why is he here saying this? So he has to, Warner Brothers Discovery and AEW are helping to promote this Shazam shit. And they are leveling up. So he is now the international champion. So now I got to remember the name of another title. I barely can say All Atlantic. I'm actually happy because that was annoying. So international. International is easy. Fine, no problem. This is going to be the downfall. Of course it is. It's going to be the downfall. The network that you work for wants to do more shit with you and use you to promote other stuff. Of course that's a downfall. Of course. Because why wouldn't it be? I mean, I always thought a downfall was like a network treating you the way Spike TV treated ECW, or treating the property like they don't give a shit, never advertising them, never using them for anything. They're a big ass fat thorn in their side. I thought that's what it meant to be going downhill. Apparently I was wrong. Apparently the more your network likes you, the worse you're doing. Who would have known? Danny McBride. I just love like the way he talks. Like he's so weird and stuff. Some people choose to be angered and frustrated by this and tweet how much they hate the guy. I think it's hilarious. I don't understand what the problem is. I like that he's weird as shit. You can't be that bad when you have the professionals that we have there working for him. You know, the Danielsons and the Jerichos and lots of people traveled and done a lot in wrestling. I think he's just superb. So why should I trust Joey Fuckbrain69 on Twitter to know what he's talking about in regards to Tony Khan? Like why would I take his word for it? Stupid. Yeah, we'll see how long it takes us to get, or me anyway, to get used to the international championship, but good for them. Getting a local commercial to one of our great furniture stores here in San Diego. I've bought a lot of shit at Jerome's. All right, I am low on an 805. I'm going to go grab one while we got a commercial here. 2 seconds. Oh, wow. A post Iron Man match promo from Danielson. God, he looks busted. I'm kind of more interested in Danielson's promo than MJF's. Danielson's maybe having some second thoughts on his career here, or pondering his future. God, look how destroyed he is. That is just so gnarly. Yeah. I was pulling for him. I mean, we figured MJF was and really should be retaining in that situation. God, Moxley's going to be back in the ring after that match with Hangman. When I saw the initial match lineup for tonight, I thought that maybe Mox could turn on Claudio here and they could have Moxley go heel. So he might still do that here. I don't know. But it doesn't feel like it because the main event's after this. It's kind of an odd segment for something like that. Spectra, appreciate the $5. What's the difference between international and world championships? I don't know. I don't think there is one. International, world. That's what world means. Multiple nations, lots of nations. International it can change hands anywhere, right? Yeah. Does this mean Orange Cassidy is officially a world champion AEW? Well deserved. I think the better name for the title probably would have been like North American title, but NXT uses that. So they called it the All Atlantic. But just because they're going into Canada, they should not have to change the name for that. I don't know what the point is, but yeah, I guess All Atlantic didn't make much sense either. You know, you could call it like you remember the Can-Am Connection from back in the day, the Can-Am title or something. Or the Can-Am Mexican title. Or the North and South America title, something like that. Or title America. Fuck yeah. Something like that. And just have like fuck yeah written. Merca. MURCA. Fuck yeah. Underneath it. Oh, these barricade bumps are rough. Yeah, I'm kind of forgetting at this point that Danielson's even in the BCC. So not sure what his relationship with them is, but a lot of people have been kind of calling for a Moxley heel turn. I feel like that kind of makes sense. Not sure if he's ever going to take that vacation he wanted to take, but now that Renee's working there, if he takes a vacation, he might be taking a vacation alone. And what good is that? And are they really going to give Renee a vacation right now, right after she started? So Moxley probably is just going to stick around. Maybe he takes no vacation. Or they might just give Renee 1 week off or something. Who knows? By the way, anybody who hasn't hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate that. Thanks so much. I mean, they are kind of setting up. I mean, it sounded like the issue between Mox and Hangman should be resolved here, but you could have a situation where maybe Hangman comes out here. I don't know. Ooh, oh, big double stomp. Do I remember when Kane and the Big Show chain wrestled? Vaguely. I remember it being a fun little moment. Just like when the little guys do choke slams and stuff. I like that too. I like how the Hurricane thought he was 300 pounds. Tweets right now. Couple of new follows. Thank you for that. Got a follow from Devin Storm. That's awesome. There we go. We back. Yeah, the only thing that really interests this match perhaps is if we do get some sort of a change in the BCC, if we get a turn or something like that. But a good way to cool Mox off too while keeping him around, you know, just keep him in a team with Claudio for a while. The two of them could kick some ass. I don't know if there's really room for them to be wedged into the tag team division because I like that real teams are in that, but you could have them welcome back Danielson, and then if the three of them got into the trios division, that could be fun. But again, would it be the best use of all of them? I don't know. Put them in the ring with some great dudes, though. So where are we? Where do we sit right now with March Madness? Are we doing the conference tournaments? Has that started? Oh, begins Tuesday. Okay. Begins in a week. Woody Harrelson in another basketball movie. That's funny. I'm glad you're still here, WWE fan. Yeah, they're setting up. They set up Kingston and Claudio for the next big match over there. And I don't know if Claudio's going to stick around or then come back to, you know, the AEW roster. I have no idea because the BCC kind of bleeds into both. So I don't really know what the plan is for these guys. Interested in this main event coming up next. I kind of just want to get this match over so we can get to Hobbs and Wardlow. I want to see how they play this match. I feel like you can put the belt on Hobbs now and it wouldn't be too crazy. I definitely feel a lot. They took the belt off of Wardlow because at least with the falls count anywhere, you can do anything now. So any sort of finish is okay, which opens up the door for all kinds of protection and to where it's not too damaging.
This transformation is real. Now any guy can temporarily cover graves. New, just for men, 1 day beard and brown. Breakthrough color that stays put for the day until you wash it. Just for men, 1 day.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the reminder. If the tournament starts next Tuesday, all the bracket isn't probably fully created. So you probably got a couple more days, right? There's got to be more games. Yeah, conference championships are going on now. That's usually how it works. Oh, Claudio, nice. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Yuta. Yeah, they don't need Danielson to do the trios. They got Yuta. I forgot about him. Yeah, he would probably even make more sense than sticking Danielson in there. I mean, there's been a lot of people who I haven't been paying that much of attention to how exactly they're booking things in Ring of Honor, but we've heard a lot of people advocate for Eddie Kingston to actually win the world title. And as much as I love Eddie and think he's arguably the best promo in the game right now, as a world champion, I just don't know. I'm not one of those guys that insists that you have to have a body like Claudio to be champion. I'm not one of them. It's just, as a world champion, I don't know. But you could argue that he deserves it. Maybe a nice consolation prize. Okay, you can't be world champion, but you can be Ring of Honor world champion. And that's a belt a little more, your speed. And he could have fun there. And it would be a great moment for him when he won the title. It'd be great for the fans. It'd be well earned, well deserved. And it would satisfy those that want to see him achieve that while not being too ridiculous at the same time. Ooh. So he can have a good match or with anybody when he's in there with the right dudes. His mock stuff, his CM Punk match, all that stuff was good. We don't know how much Mox was cleared by. He was just cleared. Yeah, you would think that even legit that Mox has got some sore spots, Triangle on Little Silver. Yuta and Thatcher tomorrow for the Pure title. That's cool. So I would have Eddie beat Claudio for the title and then bring Claudio back to the main roster over here on AEW and try to reestablish the BCC, get Yuta involved, and maybe go after the trios titles. Oh, big kind of 3D uppercut there by Dark Order. No, went for the stunner. Sleeper by Moxley, and Claudio's got silver. Finally. It's like about to say he's got to go here. The BCC gets the win. Not surprisingly. Oh, Moxie, I mentioned something about this. Oh, Claudio is maybe they're all going to go heel. Huh. Oh my God. And Claudio just gut wrenches Silver right over the top. So Claudio and Yuta don't seem to have a problem at all with what Moxley is doing. Wow. I feel like Hangman's got to come out now, right? Now here comes Evil Uno. Taking out Yuta. So BCC have they gone heel here? I guess they have. It's nice to see this for once, right? Spectra through that. You kind of knew once, because I thought when Moxley continued the attack that you would see like Yuta and Claudio being like, "What the fuck?" But they seem to be totally on board with it. I'm like, "Oh, cool." So we are getting the heel turn, but they're all gonna turn. Okay. And here comes Hangman. Ooh, he's limping too. She's saying, "Give me the." Oh, he just nailed Claudio with a punch. Oh my. Oh, Claudio hit him with a fucking wretched uppercut. What has gotten into these guys? Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah. Give me this ass kicking BCC, this heel BCC. So now Hangman might be back with the Dark Order. We might have some sort of do what, Hangman and Uno against Moxley and Claudio or something. The Dark Order have hung around, man, ever since the beginning when they showed up and it was so weird and wasn't clicking. They've made a few strides. Being the elite helped them a lot, and Hangman's association with him. But and Uno's performance a couple of weeks ago against Moxley was really good. All right, March 29th is going to be the start date for this all access show that'll air after Dynamite. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. All right, so they're going to give that reality show crap a try. Don't act like that's a weird decision. You don't have to look any further than the success of those total divas and total bellas and all that shit to see that this stuff does tend to work. So it's only smart to go there. Yeah, I think so too. It'll serve Yuta well. It's going to be easy to boo Yuta. I like Wheeler Yuta a lot, but I feel like he's got the personality that could easily be a good heel. He could say things to make you boo him. Yeah, I can definitely see Britt Baker being the one to unseat Cargill. I would like it. I'd be fine with that. It would be a great moment anytime Jane loses, but I like my Jamie Hayter idea, champion versus champion, title for title. Book it in the Sky Dome. Yeah, well, I think the point of Danielson's promo was to make us wonder exactly that. What is the next thing for him? This also opens up the door, like Zach says, for him to be off TV for a while. So he kind of left it open. He's got to ponder his future. Danielson is probably going to be gone for a little bit, and then he'll resurface, hopefully, to do something else fun or interesting or earth shattering. Who knows? But we wish him the best. That was a crazy match. Spectre at $2 says he's been calling this BCC turn. Well, I'm glad you were right because it's good for them. Once Regal was ousted there, it kind of only made sense for that to happen. So I'm happy that it finally did because they needed that. Domination Warrior. Hi, Greg. I eat peas before. You must somehow know that peas are my least favorite food. I think they're fucking disgusting, and I won't touch them. They're nasty. They taste bad. I hate the texture. Little soft rat turds. No, not eating them. Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed. Scissormento. We love rap music. Entertainers. Two point oh. Look at Renee cracking up. You're Michael Jackson from Thriller looking ass. I don't know what's so funny about that. He combs his hair. All right, this is going to be it here. It's time for the main event. I'm interested in this. I think now that it's a Falls Count Anywhere match, we have a legitimate chance at Hobbs actually winning the title here. Action Andretti and Sammy Guevara on Rampage. Preston and Takeshita. That's good. That should be a win for Takeshita. Oh, wow. Riho and Nyla Rose. That's old school. That's old school. I like that. AEW International Champion. The Rebar Mitzvah WrestleMania or Celebration WrestleMania. Rebar. Oh, wow. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. You can do a triple threat trios match. That's awesome. That's 9 dudes. All right, time for the main event. Pinfall, knockout, or surrender. That's it. So does he have the belt? On TV, it sounded like they just mentioned his gear was missing. Oh, no. Where is he? Oh, no. They're going to start. I told you they can do an angle. If he's been attacked backstage. Oh, no. They're just already going at it. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe this is the reason why they're doing this Falls Count Anywhere match, because Wardlow really doesn't have his gear and he really doesn't have the title and they really don't have a spare one. But I thought they did. So, well, I'm like, well, if they just put him in street clothes, it just makes it more of a fight. Oh, wow. They just ruined that car. Always blew my mind why they do. I mean, they're just willing to ruin a car. I mean, they either had to buy that or they're going to have to pay for it, one or the other. I mean, unless they can call a dealership up and be like, yo, how do they get them? Maybe they get them given to them. Maybe the dealership donates the car just to have the car featured on the show getting smashed. That's possible. Otherwise, it seems like a waste of money. Ooh, on the hood. I mean, there's an air freshener. And certainly if this is a rental, then insurance would not cover this. Oh, God, right on his tailbone on the windshield. Damn. That is nuts. That was a crazy backdrop. Oh, come on, guys. I hope this is good. Ooh, right on the, what those things are, glass racks from a restaurant. Don't miss a moment while these guys murder each other around pallets, forklifts, metal objects, concrete floors, and all sorts of other dangerous paraphernalia. Do they really have a metal detector back there? That's crazy. They metal detect the people coming in, like the staff? In case anybody's packing a Glock? Oh, I know. Yeah, buying a car is like buying a water bottle, but it's still got to be on your expense report, and it's going to go towards what you make and towards compared to what kind of profit you're making, I would assume. So I would still think you would want those numbers to look good. But at the end of the day, for somebody like Tony Khan, it's a drop in the bucket to ruin a Cadillac, but just to ruin it for 10 seconds of TV is just weird. So hopefully they just get the cars given to them. I'm curious how it works in WWE too. Because if they really release wrestlers for budget cuts, but they regularly destroy limousines, tractor trailers, semi trucks, ambulances, dozens of Cadillacs, cars, Crown Vics, lowriders, the limousines people have been power slammed through, the cars been dropped off of forklifts, ran over with monster trucks. I mean, think of all the automobiles, Vince's Corvette. Think of the automobiles they have ruined. I would hope that a lot of those rentals were kind of just, they didn't actually have to buy them, but maybe they did. But I'd expect at this point they have destroyed close to $1 million worth of cars. Maybe more. That's a great idea, TV Dad. That's funny. There are so many OSHA violations. Yeah, look at what they're doing. Can't tell where they are. It looks like, I mean, they're in an area with darkened walls, but it feels like they're going to be somewhere where they're going to be spit out into the arena and they'll finish in the ring. We have 8 minutes left in the telecast, as Shivani says, or in the streamcast, depending on what you're watching. All right, now they're going out of the arena as expected, as these things typically go. There they are. Fans are now happy. I have never been to Sacramento. Don't know much about the city. Wow, what a spill by Hobbs. Yeah, they've messed up. They've damaged Rolls Royces before too in WWE. They don't play games. They spare no expense. They're automobile demolishing. All right, we are back in the ring. So this is basically a Hollywood backlot brawl without the backlot and without the Bronco chase. The TNT title is the Bay Area title now. That's what the sign says. Wardlow with the no sell on the spiny. Look at the size of these two. Oof. Elizabeth got her WrestleMania shirts in the mail, and one of them is the big meaty men slapping meat, but in the WrestleMania font. And I told her today, I'm like, on Dynamite tonight, we are going to have an instance of the big meaty men slapping meat. That is the literal definition of this match. F5, F10, excuse me. Hobbs kicks out of the F10. That didn't get the crowd reaction it should have. I kind of thought that was a pretty good looking spot there. The F10 on Hobbs. I still think Hobbs outweighs Wardlow, doesn't he? I mean, Wardlow is huge, but Hobbs, I think, is a little huger. A little mo huge. He's so thick. Another spiny. You're selling that one. I like it. Hobbs is going to do the Wardlow power bomb thing, but with spine busters. Kick out by Wardlow. I don't know, man. We're coming up on 6 minutes left. I feel like the energy that I'm getting is a Wardlow win. I kind of thought earlier the way they set it up as the Falls Count Anywhere that maybe it's a way to put the belt on Hobbs without making it seem too weird that Wardlow held the title for 3 days. But I'm starting to think it's going to go the other way now. Now I think the Falls Count Anywhere stuff was just a way to cover for the fact that Wardlow has no gear and no championship belt, and they can just begin the match in progress as these two dudes are fighting backstage. And he and Powerhouse is getting a table from under the ring. Every table in the universe is stored under the ring. It's where they're made and manufactured underneath wrestling rings. You'd be amazed what goes on under there. There's a whole table factory with little table making gnomes. I didn't know what he threw at Hobbs. It was just water. Oh, he's going to swanton. I know he's going to do this. He's going to swanton onto the table. I don't want to watch. Oof. That went about as well as it could have. Well executed, very well protected. Is that going to be it? Say I should turn up the volume a little bit so I can hear this more. If wrestling were real, do I think Hobbs or Wardlow could take out Lesnar? No, I don't. Lesnar's a legitimate fighter. I mean, I don't think Hobbs has any MMA experience. If he did, maybe he could, but Brock is a trained wrestler and fighter. God. I think Brock could take either guy out with pretty much ease. God, that was a bump. I mean, a guy as big as Hobbs, to see his body bounce off of something that's as hard as that. It's got to knock the wind out of you. I thought that was a swanton. Did I see that? That was a frog splash? Looked like a swanton to me. Who is that? Oh, QT. Are you kidding me? Yeah, good. Make QT take the bump. Oh. QT is going to be the one who cost him this match? What the hell? QT Marshall. It's going to be QT is going to be the... Well, maybe Hobbs is going to win. Maybe I was right after all. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. He just landed. I thought they were going all the way off the stage. I thought he was going all the way down. Oh, and he gets a 10 count. Yeah, Hobbs is going to win. We got a new TNT champion, guys. I don't think Wardlow's getting up. This is great. So I was right. I was right after all. Nice. It is weird that QT is the one, but I guess they have a story already in place there where he owed Hobbs one or something. I didn't catch how, I forgot how that all came to light, but. Nice. New TNT champion, Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, excuse me, with a lot of help from QT Marshall. I'm glad Powerhouse won the title. He needs this. He's going to look great with gold. Now, you give him a little run, give him a healthy run, because that's what Hobbs deserves. And the person to take that title off of him is Miro. That's what I would do. Man. So great. Congrats, Powerhouse Hobbs. Very happy for him. He's come a long way. He's gotten in such good shape. And we ended with a title change. Right on. So there's an instance where we talked about that during Revolution, is that Hobbs getting the title shot on Wednesday made me nervous. I'm like, well, if Wardlow wins, unless some weird circumstance happens, I think is what I said, I don't really see a scenario where he just faces Hobbs and then Hobbs wins. Even if Hobbs cheats or something, it just seems like it would be passing the title awfully quick. But then when you added in the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation thing, that opened you up for outside interference and a lot more crazier stuff to go down, to where if you lose behind the scenes, lose to a 10 count and be pinned underneath a forklift, it's a lot different than being pinned in the ring, and it doesn't, it's not the same effect. So you could do that, and they did. And Hobbs, with help from QT, picks up the TNT title and beats Wardlow as he got power bombed off the stage through a little crash pad there, and he couldn't answer the 10 count. And Hobbs is your new champion. So good for Powerhouse. And I would love for, apparently Marcus would not love it, but I would, for Miro to come back at some point and take down Hobbs for the title. But give Hobbs a run first. I don't want to see him drop it in 3 weeks. Hobbs should have a nice little run for it here, with it here. And who knows if we get a Hobbs and Darby Allin match at some point? Who knows? But best of luck to the Powerhouse. Hope he has a nice, healthy run. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. I appreciate it. It's fun as always. I'm going to start getting prepped for Saturday's podcast. It's going to be fun. I'm also going to put up a Twitter poll tonight asking you guys which WrestleMania we should do on Sunday. And we'll have a fun weekend of content ahead of us. So thanks for being here. Have a great night. Jay Lambo showing up at the very last minute. Yachiro, good to see you too. Hope you guys have a good one, and I will catch you real soon. Take care. Peace.